What is going on, YouTube Weight Loss Warriors? It's your boy C-Dub, and I'm back with another video. And today is my intermittent fasting birthday, a little belated. We're going to talk about it right after this. What is happening? If you're new to this channel, my name is C-Dub, and I lost 125 pounds. Doing OMAD and just eating one meal a day. I'd like to welcome you to this channel. I'd like to tell you that this channel is to help you out with tips, tricks, knowledge, and ideas that I learned in my journey to help you out in your journey. I appreciate you clicking on the channel. I hope you become a subscriber, and if you already are a subscriber, a weight loss warrior, one of my people that come in day out and support this channel, I appreciate y'all. And let's hop right into this important topic, because the reason you clicked on this channel is you saw probably in the headline, it's been 2 years. 2 years. It's my belated birthday. And the reason I say belated is actually the 15th of March, it was 2 years. And with all of the virus and the things going on in the world, I didn't even realize. I had planned to make a video. I had planned to do a bunch of stuff on the channel and kind of promote the fact that it had been 2 years. And the time just flew right past me because I was so worried about other things in my life and getting everything else in line that I kind of dropped the ball on that. And doing the interview with Jimmy the other day, I said, whoa, I've been doing this over 2 years and I didn't even make a video. So this is right now, it's unscripted. This is real. I just wanted to discuss what I've learned along this 2 years, what has changed in my life, how I'm a different person. So if you heard some of this in my previous videos, I apologize for that, but hopefully you get a lot out of this because I've learned so many things. I want to start by saying that when I started this journey, I had no idea you'd be looking at a 180-pound dude, man. I really honestly never thought I'd be under 200 pounds. I thought when I started this weight loss journey that I was going to lose, I don't know, maybe to 250, 230. I felt like, man, if I could just get to 230 pounds, I'd feel so much better and my life would be so much better. And that's kind of where I was when I wanted to get going. I never realized that I was going to lose so much weight, that everything was going to change so dramatically. So that's an important thing that I learned. But along the way, there's many other things. You know, I really realized how much we eat now compared to what we should do, and how often we are eating as kind of navigating our way through just what our world puts in front of us. You know, it's not just breakfast, lunch, and dinner that kills us. It's the everything in between. It's eating out of boredom. It's so many social events. And I never really had an idea of how much of an impact all of that stuff makes during our lives. And now I kind of have wrapped my head around the fact that we just don't need to eat like we think we need to eat. And I think that that's something that most people in this country don't understand. And when you talk about intermittent fasting with them and they shut you down early on, you know that this person doesn't even have a reality that they don't need food on the way that we think we do or on the level that we think we do. So I think that's a huge and important thing. I also think that I learned so much more about who I really was and what obstacles could be put in the way and how I can overcome them. I think that's something that can't be underestimated in your intermittent fasting journey. Is you're going to gain some self-confidence and be able to think and do some things that you never thought you could do. You're going to climb mountains that you didn't think you could climb, not just in weight loss, but in life. Another important thing I learned was how sick I was from being overweight. You know, 2 years later now, 2 years later, I feel amazing. I just went out and walked for over 10,000 steps today. And, you know, I've been able to keep it going. And even during this time in which everything is adjusted in my life and I can't go to the gym, I can't coach my wrestling team, so many things are obviously not working. So many things are changing on a day-to-day basis, new routine. I'm basically a stay-at-home school teacher right now, you know, getting my kids, making sure they're staying educated. So we got all of this new stuff being dropped on my plate and I still feel good. I noticed that my stress levels, even during this event, are under control. I'm not freaking out. I'm feeling good about things. And I know that whatever obstacles life is bringing me, I'm going to be able to get through them. And I'm not sure I kind of understood that prior to this crazy event. I now sleep so much less. I feel so much better when I get up in the morning, and I feel like I have control of myself for the first time. I went from a size 46 pants to a size 32 pants. Wrap your head around that for just 2 seconds. And you want to know a beautiful thing? The weather warmed up the last couple days, and just yesterday it was in the 70s, and I wanted to wear some shorts. So I got up, I went over to my drawer, and I pulled out a pair of shorts that I wore last spring. And I put them on, and I buttoned them, and they fit. And I'm going to tell you now that generally didn't happen. Every summer it seemed like whatever I had wore the summer before didn't fit anymore, that I had gotten out of that and I needed to buy some new shorts. And now I feel like, wow, I'm in the same clothing this summer that I wore last summer. So a full entire year of maintenance without a single issue. I'm really 13 or 14 months into maintenance. That is insane. Another thing this fasting journey has taught me is a lot of new people out there that are going through the same things that you can reach out to and talk to and be with, not just on this channel, but on Reddit and on Facebook and everywhere else in the world. There's just such a community of people through YouTube and Twitter that you can become friends with, and people are more than nice and more than helpful, and people are looking out for their health. And so if you don't have anybody in your immediate area that's doing the things that you're doing, there are people all over the world that are getting it done, and building those relationships over the last 2 years have just been outstanding and huge. Another thing that I've learned is that you don't have to worry so much about diet, that if you can get your fasting under control, your eating isn't as much as important as people want to make it be. People want to make it like everything you put in your mouth has to be, vegan or keto or carnivore or whatever it is. And that's one thing in the intermittent fasting community a lot of people push at you. But I just discovered that's going to take care of itself. You're going to, just like in my interview the other day with another person that eats it all, in my interview with Kayla Cox that eats whatever, you start to gravitate towards the foods that make you feel better when you're intermittent fasting. And the longer you go in your fast and you get into a situation like OMAD, man, you feel so good. And when you're eating bad, you feel it and you don't want to do that. So it's going to send you towards the path of better food anyways. That's going to take care of itself in time. I've learned that the way we look at weight loss is just not a good thing. We talk about calories in and calories out as the way to lose weight. And we talk about all these other things like increasing your exercise and your activity. And all of those things are all true. I'm not going to sit in front of the camera now and tell you, hey, listen, everybody that says that energy in, energy out is the most important thing, that's not me, because a lot of it is an accurate statement. But on the other side of that, hormones do play a huge role in it. And that is also a big part. But at the end of the day, weight loss can be broken down very simply as to eating the appropriate amount of food that your body needs. And you can make that whether or not, TDEE, and it's all different for every one of us. So figuring all that out, you have to have a college degree in weight loss to even begin to understand all of the different elements and how your body reacts to this food versus that food. But the bottom line is when you're eating less often, you're going to eat less, which is going to take less, it's going to take the weight off your body. Another thing I realized is how better I feel in the soreness area. My hip doesn't hurt anymore, my back doesn't hurt anymore, my knee doesn't hurt as much. I don't have the pain in my ankle and feet from walking. All of these things I had before that. So I just learned how much you're carrying around. You don't really realize how much 125 pounds is until you try to move it, And what's really funny is I had that wake up call in the gym, just bench pressing 125 pounds the first time, and I hadn't done it in forever. And I'm sitting down bench pressing it, and I'm like, I lost this, and I'm barely able to move it. And of course, now I've got my bench up to about 185 or so. But ultimately speaking, where I'm doing sets of that as opposed, well, now I've been out on the virus, so who knows, man? With the virus going around, we've been on quarantine, and now, who knows what I can do in the weight room. I'm basically going to start back at scratch when I get out of that. But it's a problem that I can face, and it's a problem that I can face because I know I can because of intermittent fasting. And so intermittent fasting is just going to teach so many things to you if you give it a chance. The one suggestion that I would have if you're clicking on the channel for the first time and you've never fasted before is that you start slow. You don't look at my channel and say, well, this guy eats one meal a day, that's what I'm gonna do. I think you should pump the brakes a little bit there, and you should work your way into a 12-hour fast and grow from there. You don't have to make everything happen overnight. But I want to leave this with one special note, something for you guys to really consider. We're in a situation where right now we've kind of been hit almost like it feels after an earthquake. You know, you get hit with an earthquake and you're like, my area can't have an earthquake. I know it happened to me in Virginia a while ago, never even heard of it my whole life. And here I am 30 years old and boom, there's an earthquake. And you're like, what? An earthquake can happen here? And it's this weird feeling like you're not quite safe. And that's how this illness has come about. And that's kind of how we all feel. But there's one thing in this illness that doesn't get talked about too often in the media, and that is that it doesn't seem to affect healthy people the same way it affects others. And so I just want to push out that this is a wake-up call and a blessing for me to know that I got my health in order before it came. But not if, we're all going to make it through this, guys. We're going to buckle down, we're going to do the right things, and we're going to make it through this illness, right? When this illness is behind us, we need to make sure we get our health in order. So if the next one comes in, or the next problem, whether it be a virus like this or just a heart attack or diabetes or whatever is coming down the pipe, there's never been a more important time in your life to make a change, and you can do it. You can do it because I did it, and I'm just a regular guy. Don't think that because I got a YouTube channel, I'm special, or because I got a YouTube channel, I'm tougher than you, or I'm this, or I'm that. Look, I just started. That's it. And if you just start, good things are going to happen. But if you don't ever get started, it's never going to work out for you. So my number one thing I wanted you to know in this channel is 2 years looking back, it was the best decision I've ever made. I'm on the other side of the mountain now, and the view is beautiful. If you have not started your climb, start it today. You don't have to do it all in one night. Start slow, build your fasting muscle, get yourself going, change your life, because it is worth it, and there's never been a more important time to do it. Go out there and get grinding, man. You know, your boy's got your back, but you're going to have to do the work, all right? My face is going to pop up right here with my origin story, and right over here is going to be my face. Click on it and subscribe to this channel. I would appreciate it. I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Peace.